And one of the logos that he preaches is you're not chasing the deals, you're chasing the relationships. And I live by that as well, right? You're in this space, you're not doing it alone, right? You're building relationships, you're building a family, right? And the people that you want to deal with are the same people that you want to be able to bring home. And let's fellowship with one another. Let's watch a game, right? Let's do barbecue. Let's play basketball, whatever it is, right?
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey folks, welcome back to the show. Today's guest, Ade Adedapo, is a multifamily syndicator in the DFW Metro in Texas with TNT Prosperity Capital. Ade, welcome to the show.
Dylan, appreciate it. Thank you. Glad to be here.
It's great to have you on here, Ade. I always like to start off at the top of this show by asking guests how they got into the real estate space.
Yeah, great question. It's actually my wife who actually got me into it. It was sometime last year actually. She had joined some webinar. They were focused mainly on single family homes at the time, and she joined this conference with a pastor of hers. And this is something that he did in the past. They did a lot of flips and sub twos and things around that. And she was like, "Hey babe, you should check this out and see what's it about." So I joined a few months later. And I was intrigued, and something about me is I'm someone who is very curious, and an opportunity to gain some really really good money. I was like, okay, well then let me jump into this. Let me see what's it about. Started doing my research, digging down. It was fantastic. But in the midst of my research, I happened to land on multifamily. I maybe want to call it an act of God or something, discernment. But through my analysis, got plugged into another group. They were a faith-based group. I'm a faith-based guy. So I was like, well, I think this is, God leading me into this. And that's how TNT Prosperity Capital came into play.
Multifamily is an interesting game to start in. I know a lot of people who have gotten started in wholesaling, single family fix and flip, or maybe some rentals in the single family space. But now I've seen more of a trend towards multifamily in the industry at large. I'm a realtor, and I see even buyers who may be, not the most experienced in single family looking at getting into multifamily. So walk me through making that jump from, hey, I haven't, done a deal in real estate as an investor, to let me look at multifamily.
Yeah. So, the group that I was part of, large syndication, over 300 investors, I guess they sold the dream very well, for me. Um, and when you, and then they also have this structure where they because someone like me, I'm not someone who likes to sit down and just do modules and read studying, but they base it so that you have a coach, you have a one-on-one coach, and that coach becomes your accountability partner. So they teach you everything that they know. And I was paired with this phenomenal coach.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
And I mean, she's from New York, and I'm actually originally from New York. So I thought, man, this is a beautiful pair. She may understand me a little bit better. And she's someone who is like just drill down. She'll teach you exactly what it is, how it is, and how to apply it. And that's the type of person that I am. That's how I work. Right. Again, I'm not someone who likes to go by and go and sit down and do the modules and because I mean, for me, I like to try it out. If it doesn't work, I'm going to try to figure it out, scale back, and then move forward. So, I mean, within that group, things were a lot easier, right? Because you had that one-on-one coach, you had the modules, you had other members as well, so you can kind of reach out and pour out to. So I guess it was really their structure that really helped close the gap for me. And then, of course, within my research through the multifamily syndication module, I was able to reach out to other investors on Facebook and school and just different communities. And that kind of helped close the gap and create this type of ecosystem for me as I continue to move forward further in the journey. So I wouldn't consider a big jump, right? Because I have this huge ecosystem now. I have this huge family of investors who are ready to pour into me, and I'm ready to pour out as well. So, I mean, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Now, this group that you were a part of, it sounded like there were several groups. Um, Walk me through what it was like getting introduced and ingratiated as part of that group. And then was their focus to help others build syndications or get started in multifamily? What was their messaging?
Which group, the first or the second? Because I was part of two groups essentially.
Both.
On both. Okay. So the first group, um, it it wasn't as much handholding, I guess, so to speak, right? They sat you out there. They had you do these modules. After that, they wanted you to step out into the world and try the steps, right? Drive for dollars, send letters, right? All of those kind of things. And I mean, for me, I learn better by seeing, right? I mean, you go through a module, and I mean, it's great. I have my 9 to 5 as well. So, I mean, I'm limited in terms of the time that I have every week in order to devote to this. But I personally speaking would rather follow someone out there, drive for dollars. I mean, my wife and I, we've done driving for dollars. I mean, we need to have the best experiences, and for me, I felt sort of right? Because you're going after people who are potentially going to be foreclosing, right? And you're trying to provide a way out for them. But many times when you're at the door, right? Hey, I'm an investor, and I know that you're going through this. Most people do not want to answer the door. Most of these people are in distraught. They're distressed. So for me, I mean, from my heart, I just didn't have the heart to go out there and try to have these conversations with people because you can really see that they're going through something. So that kind of turned me away from this group. The
Yeah.
multi the multifamily aspect of things is these people obviously are in better financial positions, right? And you're just trying to give them a way out, right? Because most of the time they're a lot older, right? Ideally, right, off-market properties. We're targeting individuals who are baby boomers, right? And because they are baby boomers, they may look to retire and they're trying to figure out a way out, right? So they're in a better financial position.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency. It's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
So having those type of conversation with individuals who own multifamily properties, right? This is an asset to them, right? So they're not really losing anything from that perspective. They're not in the distress for the most part, unless you're able to find a distressed multifamily, but they're not really in that type of situation. So it's a better conversation to have with a business owner or someone who owns a multifamily versus having the conversation about foreclosure and distressed properties with an individual. So right, for me, it was just an easier segue. Um, and I mean, the second group, or the group that I'm currently part of, right, because they have this more of a personable relationship, right? You have this coach and all that other stuff. I think it was just a better transition. It felt better. And I mean, like I said, I felt God led into this space and into this group. So it can't go against the big guy, right? So how I approach it. So
If he's telling you which ways to go with investments, I
if
think
he's
that's kind
truly
of
telling,
too. That's pretty good.
you're right. You're right.
Um, I want to ask you specifically. You mentioned something that I actually have not heard before, and coming from the background that I come from in the single family distress space, it's important to note this. You're going to be in the single family distress seller space. You're going to be having conversations with individuals with families who are losing their home, and that this is a turbulent, very much trying conversation. And if you're walking in thinking that this is just a real estate deal, you will quickly learn that it's not just a real estate deal, that in many cases you're picking up broken pieces and putting them together. And that's really how you can be of service to people. Folks may be losing their home and not get anything. You can provide them some means, right, to relocate. And in some cases, it requires people to come together, right? It's not just foreclosures where distress happens. Sometimes it's divorces, sometimes it's death, sometimes it's estranged family. And I haven't heard anyone talk about actually having gone through the steps that you went through, Ade, and then saying, you know what, this isn't for me. Because I think there's a lot of people who might say, well, I'm just going to stick to it. But if it's not for you, there's other spaces. There's so many ways to build wealth in real estate. Multifamily right now is super hot, I think. And that leads me to my next question, which is, single family distress is fairly obvious, right? You can see it, you can get foreclosure or, probate lists, things of that nature. You can go, of course, to the foreclosure auctions at every Texas County courthouse if you want to buy for cash at the auction. But in the multifamily space, what ways are people finding deals? If they're not big institutional players with connections, how are folks that are getting started finding deals?
So I'm part of a networking group on Facebook, and shout out to JJ Azizian, fantastic guy. I'm not sure if you're familiar with him, Dylan, but he is the real estate networker. He's a connector, and one of the logos that he preaches is you're not chasing the deals, you're chasing the relationships, and I live by that as well, right? You're in this space, you're not doing it alone, right? You're building relationships, you're building a family, right? And the people that you want to deal with are the same people that you want to be able to bring home and let's fellowship with one another. Let's watch a game, right? Let's do barbecue. Let's play basketball, whatever it is, right? You want to be able to bring these people home.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
So for me, there are two ways that I source deals. I've built a great broker relationship. So they add me to their distributions list. Whenever they have something, my phone is ringing constantly. I mean, this week's gonna be a little bit, slower, but for the most part, it's reaching constantly. Hey, I did have this opportunity. Check it out. Let's see if we can partner, right? So I've built a broker relationship, but then two, a lot of people kind of hire VAs to skip trace and cold call leads. I mean, honestly, the best way, and I think one of the cheapest ways, and I think one of the best softwares that are out there is like PropWire. Right. Literally, if you're looking for a particular area, you want PropWire, you go through the filters, and it'll provide you a ton of different properties that are out there. And what's great about PropWire is it will then tell you, okay, because ideally you want to find a property that's been owned at least 5 years. Usually if it's at least 5 years, there shouldn't be any mortgage on there, right? Because if there's no mortgage on there, then you have more flexibility in terms of what you can price. Obviously it's going to be at the end of the seller's discretion to be able to determine what that the price is, right? But if there's a mortgage on it, obviously the least you can get is where that mortgage is at, right? So you want to have the flexibility where they own it free and clear. And it will provide on PropWire, it will let you know if it's free and clear. If there is a mortgage, it'll tell you what the mortgage is, how many different types of liens are on there or loans are on there. So PropWire is probably one of the best tools that I use to find deals. The problem that I find with PropWire though is now going through the doing your analysis or your research in terms of, because a lot of these properties are owned by LLCs. So now you have to go through the city, the county website to determine who, where the numbers are, who owns it, that kind of stuff. But PropWire has been my go-to tool when it comes down to finding off-market properties.
Now, Ade, we are coming up on time here. Before we go, I do want to ask you about what are some signs that you may have a deal in the multifamily space. And we think about single family, we think about, pending foreclosure, we think about distress, financial, emotional, physical. Multifamily space, is it totally different? How do you know when you have one on the hook?
If you're able to see it, if you do, you can actually drive by, right? Or drive for dollars, right? You can use that concept. If you see that there are, 'cause there are some situations where there's some type of distress, right? Because if it's an older person who's trying to manage this property themselves, right? They're not using a property manager and they're older and they're not able to go out there, or that might give you an indication that that's property that could be up for grabs. But outside of that, you're out there just calling, right? You're calling, right? You get in contact with a property manager, right? If you're driving for dollars and you see a property and you're interested in it, it looks a little bit dated. There's not nice painting on the outside, right? You can reach out to the property manager to see if the owner is willing to sell, right? Going online, like again, utilizing PropWire, right, and just calling from that perspective. But driving for dollars, I've done that in the past, and that has opened to some conversations, to portfolios that I've been able to build a relationship with the owner. Some of these guys, they're big players. They own 15, 20 properties, and if that one property may not be up for grabs, You can try to ask about other properties. And these are properties that are owned by individuals, right? So someone who owns 15, 20 properties, like, that might be a really good relationship that you want to build on, and see if there are other properties that you can, engage in. And then they also, for the most part, know other property owners, right? So again, that's why I emphasis is all about building the relationships and not just the deal, right? Because the deal, yeah, you may close this one deal, but that relationship can open the door from you closing 15, 20, 30 deals, right? So build the relationships, build the relationships. It's, I think, one of the most important things you want to do.
The relationship aspect of real estate cannot be possibly overstated.
Yeah.
The whole reason why I think a lot of people are in the business is because of one or a handful of connections that they made. Whether it's, personal family, or whether it's someone that they know that got them into the business. And then the reason why people stick around, especially on the retail side, is because of a team, right? And that's also the reason why that they might not stick around. So
Mhm.
the relationship component cannot possibly be overstated. We are coming up on time here, though, Ade. Where can folks go to reach out to you? Maybe they'd like to ask you questions about the multifamily space. Maybe they have a deal they'd like you to look at, or they'd like to learn more about TNT Prosperity Capital.
Yeah, definitely. So we're on major platforms, right? You can check us out. I mean, well, first check out our website, www.tntprosperitycapital.com. We're on Instagram, TNT Prosperity Capital. We're on Facebook. Just search TNT Prosperity Capital. We're on TikTok. That one, enter TNT Prosperity Capital. And we're building out a YouTube channel. I don't have that information yet. I mean, but you can check Google TNT Prosperity Capital on YouTube as well. The page is there, just really building that one out. But yeah, we're definitely. I'm someone who's big on educating. So if you look at my Instagram, my YouTube, my Facebook, it's all about bridging that gap. Educating individuals on how they can build their business capital so that they can invest in multifamily and passive income. So definitely give us a follow. I mean, you'll learn a lot for sure. So yeah, that's it.
Ade, thank you so much for coming on the show today.
I appreciate you having me. Thank you so much, Dylan.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.